Hey, you guys are the best, man. I love y'all, man. And I hope everybody is smiling right now, that you're feeling good, that you have an amazing start to the week. Bless you and your family. But man, y'all are killing it in the comments. Every stripper and waitress in the country will vote for Donald Trump. Oh boy. Yes, indeed. I'm tired of being broke. Biden's economy, myself, and millions of other Americans want Trump back. Imagine having $34 trillion in debt and claiming that the problem is not having high enough taxes. Boy, oh boy. Biden's greatest achievement is showing people how great Trump was. That tide is turning. Even if we got to crawl, we're gonna crawl down to the voting booth in November. Oh boy. But hey, man, hope y'all been spreading that love to one another, man. People are struggling at an all-time high, you guys. You know, suicide rates are up, depression, anxiety. You know, salute to our hard-working parents out there. And there's people that just trying to make it, man. Trying to make it to tomorrow. Got to make life decisions inside the grocery store. You know, everything is taxed. Tax dollars flying out the window. They twerking. Unbelievable. Doing the boogie. You know, businesses are shutting down. Crime is through the roof. Criminals smiling. Go do it again, why don't ya? That's what they say. You know, just being real, man. You know, but a lot of people don't want to hear the truth. They don't care for the truth, man. But we're going to talk that truth. We're going to have fun. We're going to laugh. We're going to keep it real. So we're going to jump into this amazing video. A couple of y'all sent me this to react to and check out. Y'all been sending some amazing videos, man, from all over the place, man, from all kind of different links and channels, and people are just posting some amazing stuff for this go round of this year, man. And everybody's excited. We got the debate coming up in a couple hours, man. I'm ready to see Joe out there to blow the transmission, Joe. And Trump, you stay calm and relaxed. Get your key points out, you know. Talk about this, and that, you know what I'm saying? And hey, we come out with the victory. We don't got to go in there and set it off, Trump. We don't got to go on. I know that's what some of y'all want him to do, set it off. You know, he already on a gag order. Unbelievable. I want him to get up and say, well, the judge's daughter got 90 million. You know, the jury wasn't fair. I want him to go up there and set it off to y'all, but we can't do that. You know, we got to stay calm and relaxed. Now, they say if Joe come up there and start talking about convicted felon, oh, man, good job, Joe. We appreciate all you DAs, judges, the Biden administration. Y'all did a good job. We're going to start celebrating early. Get the barbecue pit ready. Everybody start dancing and boogieing. Come on over to the house. We're going to crack open a cold one before November get here. Let's go and get right into it, y'all. Let me stop all this yapping and talking, man. But this video is titled Donald Trump just started something truly incredible. And from the title, from the looks of the thumbnail, this might be this is probably going to be on the note, his tax things he's been bringing up with taxes and no tax on tips. And man, people are going crazy, man. If you go on social media, people are literally saying vote for Trump, no tax on tips, and leaving amazing tips out to the our hard workers out there, man. People in the service industry, man. Waiters are getting blessed, man. People are getting blessed, and they deserve it, man. All my hard workers out there, you deserve it. You know, anywhere I go, y'all know I always tip high. I always make sure that person knows, like, yeah, you know, I appreciate you. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. And I think I'm gonna start signing vote for Trump, no tax on tips. That's the new thing everybody's doing, man. Comment down below if you already done that. If you've already went out and tipped somebody, you know, especially our service industry, man. Everything is taxed. Unbelievable. Tax dollars is twerking. Flying out the window.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Things are getting real interesting, folks. We've got a good while here ahead of November. We're entering peak election season. It's time for the candidates to be making some moves. But unfortunately for Democrats, their candidate seems to be a little bit incapacitated for the moment. You know, not much currently going on there. Joe Biden's in the basement training to stand up for 90 minutes, based on the reporting that we saw yesterday. And actually a little bit of an update on that report. Apparently the Biden campaign is currently lobbying for CNN to do away with the podiums entirely and to have both candidates sitting. Anyways, the point is that Joe Biden's obviously a no-go. The guy just doesn't have the campaigning chops. He doesn't have the ability to build a grassroots groundswell here. But you know who does? Obviously, that man's name is Donald J. Trump. And friends, that's exactly what's happening. President Trump is on the move, and the leftoid maniacs are seething. Let's have a conversation about Donald Trump's latest campaign pitch. We've got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so Donald Trump has started something here. Last week during his Nevada rally, Trump announced that he would be pushing for no taxation on tips. Take a look.
We got 6 votes. We don't even need the votes. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. No tax on tips, okay? It's done. Done. And we need to spread the word so that every time you leave a tip for the next 5 months, you put on the receipt, vote for Trump, because there's no tax on tips.
Man, and again, y'all, it's everywhere. You go down TikTok, X, I know we say Twitter, but X, you go down everywhere. So many people are leaving people amazing tips. And it says vote, and then you write on there, vote for Trump, no tax on tips. It is everywhere. Comment down below if y'all been doing that, man. Have anybody already left a tip for somebody? To my hard workers out there, man, we love y'all, man. Yes, indeed. I know some people are not always in the best situation, especially right now in the Biden economy with to leave, you know, tips and stuff. But if you can, man, try to always take care of our workers, man. You know, especially me being I've worked in the service industry and, you know, customer service, and I've had to deal with I was in the food industry and serving food and stuff. So I've been there. I've done that, you know, and it's something. And I know there's somebody watching today's video that does that as well too, you know, and it's a lot of hard work, sweat, you know, you really have to be in the right mindset, man, because it gets to you. I tell you that, you know, it gets a huge headache, you know, and you just never know where your blessings coming from. And that's why anytime I go out, I always try to bless whoever's giving me, you know, service. I always try to bless them, even if the service isn't always on point. Or they might be, because you never know what people are going through, especially in today's time, and what they're bad. They might be going through something in their household. They might have lost a loved one. You know, they might just be trying to, you know, just get through the day, put food on the table for their kids, or, you know, take care of their family. You just never know what people are going through, man. So anytime I go out, y'all know I try to be a blessing, man. Hell, I'll be a blessing to y'all. We've already spent over almost $8,000 in the last 2 months sending out mega hats. I tell you, man, we're up and rolling. And if you don't believe me, now go to the community section. We're putting together huge collages. So you guys that are getting your gifts and hats sent in, please send me a picture. I know a lot of y'all have sent me pictures already, but send me more pictures. We're putting together tons of collages. And shout out to my brother Mike. Mike said I should send it to Trump. I don't know if he'll probably see it or anything. Y'all know how as busy as that man is, he might not even see my post or see if I sent him something, he wouldn't see it. He wouldn't see it, y'all. He would not see it. I promise you. He might see it. I don't know. But
you see that? That was done. See the screen?
Yeah.
That was done by somebody. They voted. This is a person paying. And they said, vote for Trump. There'll be no tax on tips. That's a person that was a tipster as opposed to a tippee.
The message was vote for Trump for no tax on tips. And instantly as he announced this, all the leftoids crawled out from under their rocks and started going on and on about how this is a bad policy. Trump's tips proposal is a profoundly unserious idea for a serious problem. They tried hitting him on it, but unfortunately for them, the idea is rather genius. A promise like this could help secure Nevada, obviously. It's the state with the highest concentration of tipped workers in the country, with about 25.8 waiters and waitresses per 1,000 jobs. But in general, it's just a good message, especially during rough economic times. And in my view, it creates a very clear distinction. You have one president who says he wants to lower your taxes, he wants to take money away from big government and put it back in the pockets of individuals, and then you have the other side which wants to tax you into oblivion while they pander to you with empty, fake, phony promises, telling you about all the value that you're going to get from all the taxpayer dollars collected. All this promised value that generally leads to a pretty cruddy return. Me personally, I much prefer the keep your money in your own pocket approach, because I guess you could say the value's implicit. The value's the money that you're keeping. And we're not talking no chump change here. We're talking about possibly saving tens of thousands of dollars a year. I think it's a pretty clear ultimatum, and it seems when people are presented with the ultimatum, well, it has an impact.
I did talk with some hotel workers yesterday, some service workers here in Las Vegas, about how that is playing with them. And Anne-Marie, about 6 people told me that would change their vote. That is enough to make them switch from voting Democrat to Republican if Donald Trump is promising something like that to them.
Seems like it's a pretty good play. In fact, one expert went as far to say as it was, quote, genius.
Trump's tip tax, or getting rid of the tip tax, has become very popular. I like getting rid of taxes. I wonder what other taxes you'd suggest an incoming Trump administration might want to get rid of.
Well, you're right. Genius to not tax tips. Several million people get paid in tips. Tens of millions during the course of their life have. There are a lot of 70-year-olds who remember tips, and this makes sense to them. I think we should take a look at the beer and liquor tax. This is a hangover from Prohibition. If the states want to tax it, why should the federal government do that sort of thing?
Democrats want you to believe that it's a bad idea. They argue that you should pay your taxes in full, but rather support them for an increase in the minimum wage. And that's where you're going to get your pay increase. But I think what they mean by pay increase is that's how you get replaced with a McDonald's-style robotic kiosk. They're making all these wacky, ridiculous arguments, trying to convince us that it's a bad idea. And of course, the main staple argument here, the same one that we heard during the initial Trump tax cuts from back in his first term, that by reducing tax collection, you exacerbate the deficit problem. Here we go again through the Democrat mode of thinking. The only way to reduce the deficit, or rather the only way to fix any problem, is by taxing the productive members of your society. We won't even entertain that argument because it's so economically illiterate. We'll simply come to the conclusion that we always come to. The left is obviously dishonest, desperate, and totally coping. They just want to downplay this obviously tactical, strategic, smart move. Probably mostly because they realize how impactful it could be. And boy, is it now hitting another level as President Trump encourages the latest trend.
No tax on tips.
That's our president, man. People's president, baby. Yes, indeed, man. The people's president, man. You know, time to get back on track, y'all. It's time to get back on track, man. And it's bigger than this, y'all. It is way bigger than this, man. It is time to get back on track, man. For real. I'm ready. I'm ready, man.
President Donald Trump, he spent his Saturday making his pitch to voters here in Detroit, Michigan. He spent his time across 2 separate events, first stopping by the historically black church, 180 Church, and then going to the Turning Point Convention downtown. At both venues, he echoed a policy that the businessman vows will go into effect if he takes office. That is no tax on tips.
I will eliminate taxes on tips for restaurant workers and hospitality workers and anyone else relying on tips. No more taxes on tips. No taxes on tips.
That's Donald Trump engaging in and encouraging the trend of writing "Vote Trump for no tips" on your restaurant and other service bills to spread the message far and wide across the service industry. And of course, already it's taken off like wildfire.
This has become a big meme on X as well. People posting the receipts that they left at the restaurant. Some of those folks are real big tippers. Look at this guy. He had a $60 bill and he tipped $60 and then wrote on there, vote Trump and you won't be paying tax on these tips. Of course, if you're getting a tip of $60 on a $60 bill, you could probably afford to pay the taxes.
Well, they don't always happen that way. And, you know,
they do not.
When you work in that industry, which so many of us have, you live for that day where somebody's feeling very generous and you want to take as much of that home as possible.
It's a blessing, man. You never know where your blessing's coming from. And that's why anytime I go out, I make sure I be a blessing. And again, I'm no better than anybody. Y'all know how I feel, man. I don't care for money. I don't feel like I'm better than anybody. I'm just like y'all. I got to pay my taxes. I got to do this and that. I got to work hard. I got to bust my butt. You know, I got to pay bills. Yeah. You know, I'm no rich guy. I'm just like y'all, man. You know, but anytime I go out, I try to be a blessing, man. And I'm going to definitely start hitting it with the no tax on tips Trump 2024. I'm going to definitely be hitting it on the nail with that one. Y'all comment down below if y'all are doing the same, man. Yes, indeed. This has been huge. At first, I was just scrolling. I'm like, man, a lot of this thing is going viral. I was like, man.
Well, I tell you, it's going to be very, very popular in places that are hubs for service, like Las Vegas, Nevada. If Trump could flip Clark County in Nevada, that would be huge, and that would definitely lead to him winning the state.
There's another one of those receipts. Somebody writing no tax on tips.
No tax on tips.
They turned it in. All right.
What a stupid guy, right? That's what they tell you. What a dumb thing to say and what a bad policy. I don't know, seems pretty base to me in terms of policy. Continue reducing taxes across the board, and if the deficit flares up, well, stop spending so much. And the electoral strategy here, I mean, I give it a 10 on 10. This decision, in my view, essentially seals the deal in Nevada, and definitely in Florida as well. Keep coping, leftoids. This is what campaigning looks like.
Yes,
Watch and learn as your geriatric candidate continues to decay in his basement. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys.
Oh, man, that's an amazing video, man. An amazing video. But hey, man, it'll be here before you know it, you guys. 132 days. Let me know if you're ready to crack open a cold one in November, man. Bless you all and your families. Y'all take care of yourself. I'm wishing you an amazing rest of the week. The debate's coming up, the convention's coming up, and the debate's gonna be here in what, we got a couple hours from now. So hey, man, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos, new updates, and we're gonna continue to spread the love to one another. I love you guys, man. And hey, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace and love, y'all.